My spouse mentioned that I required Thursday evenings solely for myself, without any inquiries. I suggested adding Fridays as well. She appeared ecstatic until she discovered I'd employed a private detective. The images he captured on Thursday served as Exhibit A. Initial post. I, 47 male, wedded to Laura, 42, for 17 years. 2 children, comfortable residence in the outskirts, the complete ideal suburban setup, or at least that's what I believed. Roughly 4 months back, Laura pulled me aside with a grave demeanor, explaining she felt overwhelmed and craved some personal time. Her idea? Thursday evenings belonged to her. Absolutely no probing, no follow-ups, no inquiries about your destination or return time. I simply require one evening weekly to reclaim my identity, Mike. Not a parent, not a partner, merely Laura. Understand, I comprehended. Wedlock can turn monotonous. The youngsters are draining, and we both hold demanding jobs. Thus, I agreed, claim your Thursday evenings. In fact, I proposed Friday evenings too, aiming to embody the understanding spouse. Her face beamed brighter than holiday lights. Truly? You'd accept that? Naturally, individuals deserve their solitude. She embraced me, dubbed me exceptional. Initial warning sign I overlooked. Her excessive delight at securing 2 evenings distant from her loved ones. During the initial couple of weeks, all appeared normal. She'd depart near 7 p.m. on Thursdays, return near 1 a.m. carrying scents of alcohol and cologne. Claimed involvement in fitness sessions, reading groups, reconnecting with past acquaintances. Fine by me. I managed supper, assignments, tucking in the children, piece of cake. Yet gradually, minor details began accumulating. Fresh undergarments surfacing in the wash that I'd never witnessed her donning. Transactions on our shared card for eateries unfamiliar to me. Upscale venues, invariably for pairs. Upon questioning, she'd insist she was spoiling her pal Sarah or her sibling. The no inquiry protocol began resembling less of a beneficial limit and more of a barrier. The clincher occurred when my pal Greg spotted her at a cocktail lounge in the city center on a Thursday. She accompanied a fellow in formal attire. Greg noted they seemed intimate. When I offhandedly remarked I could perhaps tag along for beverages one Thursday, she erupted. That undermines the entire intent, Mike. I requested a single item. 1 evening of liberty, and you refused to grant it? Hence, I retreated. Expressed regret. But simultaneously, I placed a phone call. Follow-up 1. The investigator's title was Victor. Former officer. Operated a modest detective agency. Billed $175 hourly, plus costs. Valued each dollar. Initial Thursday, he tailed her. Laura headed to a Hilton in the urban core. Remained inside for 2.5 hours. Emerged with her hairstyle altered from entry. Victor snapped images of her arriving alongside a lanky man, late 30s, with a silver-flecked mustache. Their fingers intertwined. Subsequent Thursday. Identical in, identical fellow. This occasion, Victor secured a sharp image of them embracing in the underground lot. Intense lip lock propped against his Audi. Sophisticated. By the 4th Thursday, Victor had pinpointed him. Ethan Hargrove, 41. Financial advisor. Separated. Resides in a luxury condo in the heart of town. Additionally uncovered a curious fact. Ethan's former spouse ended their union 3 years prior due to, brace yourself, an extramarital liaison with a wedded colleague. Victor assembled it all into an organized dossier. Snapshots, chronologies, lodging logs indicating a sweet build to Ethan's card each Thursday over the last 3 months. Even obtained video of them dining at a bistro, sharing sweets like adolescents. I withheld this intel for 7 more days. Needed assurance, all pieces aligned. Conferred with a separation council. My jurisdiction lacks pure no-blame statutes. Infidelity influences property allocation and parental rights. Duplicated every fiscal document. Established my individual banking profile. All the while portraying the ideal accommodating partner domestically. Laura, conversely, savored her prime existence. Thursday and Friday evenings liberated. She'd grown overconfident, scarcely fabricating alibis any longer. Began fault-finding me excessively. I'd put on pounds. I lacked excitement. I resisted novelty. Typical unfaithful deflection. Final Thursday marked the performance. Follow-up 2, Thursday dusk. Laura prepared herself. Whistling softly. Slipped into the novel intimates I'd noted in the wash. Crimson silk. The sarcasm escaped me not. Enjoy your literature gathering, I remarked, pecking her temple. Appreciate it, darling. Stay awake not. Moments after her vehicle exited the lane, I rang my sibling Paul to mind the children. Informed him of a crisis. Subsequently, I motored to the Hilton. Victor messaged the suite identifier, 4-208. I lingered in the entrance hall for roughly 90 minutes, confirming their installation. Then ascended. Yet I traveled not solo. I'd coordinated for Paul's partner, Emily, to accompany. She's a legal aid. Desired an observer. Rapped on the panel. Detected rustling within. Delivery arrived earlier. Ethan's tone. In truth, it's Mike, Laura's partner. We must converse. Utter quiet. Followed by murmurs. Then Laura's tone, shrill and alarmed. Mike, what's your presence here? Unlock, Laura. Or I request the reception to do so, given I possess images of your arrival together. The panel creaked ajar. Laura positioned there in a bath wrap, cosmetics blurred, resembling a startled fawn. How could you? Thursday evenings. No inquiries permitted, correct? I displayed the dossier. However, I refrained from asking. I engaged assistants to uncover instead. Ethan materialized after, bare-chested, attempting intimidation. Listen, fellow, this concerns solely you and your spouse. In reality, Ethan, it doesn't. Observe, I'm aware of your background. Your prior wife, Vanessa? She's proven cooperative. Appears you exhibit a habit. She's prepared to attest to your inclination toward wedded females. His complexion paled. Laura whirled to face him. Your former spouse? Evidently, he omitted the split, or the reason she claimed half his holdings. Infidelity costs dearly, Ethan. Emily advanced into sight, device capturing. Greetings, Laura. Merely ensuring we log this accurately for the dissolution process. Laura commenced weeping. Not sorrowful sobs. Furious ones. You trailed me. You breached my confidentiality. I sought separation from you. I provided separation. 2 evenings weekly detached. You exploited it to betray our bond. Vast contrast. She attempted to force the panel shut. I halted it with my soul. Your belongings reside boxed in the carport. Retrieve them Sunday. Refrain from approaching the dwelling prior. I've altered the secures. You lack authority for that. It's my dwelling also. Precisely, it's titled under me. Bequeathed by my father, recall? You're absent from the title. Counsel advises you hold no lawful access, sans my consent. Ethan interjected at last. Observe, everyone relax. Ethan, my counsel will reach yours. You ought to brace for an interference in marital relations claim. This jurisdiction upholds them still. Departed the premises. Laura wailing regarding her entitlements. Ethan likely tallying the expense. Follow-up 3, Saturday dawn, Laura inundated my device. 89 overlooked rings. 250-plus messages spanning implore allow clarification to you're a domineering maniac, to I'll claim all assets. Her kin Rachel phoned. Mike, what transpired? Laura's in hysterics. I granted her the detachment she desired. She utilized it to intimate with Ethan Hargrove. I hold images. That's, she uttered you're exerting cruelty. Barring her entry. Rachel, she was unfaithful. For quarters, and lodgings. I possess bills. Extended hush. Goodness. Rachel genuinely expressed remorse and disconnected. Uncommon R. Rationality from Laura's kin. Yet Laura escalated dramatically. Shared on online platforms that I was a tyrannical oppressor who dispatched trackers after her, and she fled a poisonous union. Omitted the liaison, obviously. My retort? Shared a single image. Merely one. Her and Ethan locked lips in the lot. Titled, Thursday Evenings, Inquiries Forbidden. Her share vanished in 45 minutes. Her contacts rang me, expressing sorrow, claiming ignorance. Sunday arrived. Laura appeared with Rachel and their mother, Dorothy. Dorothy commenced berating instantly. How dare you degrade my child thus? Dorothy, your child degraded herself. I merely recorded it. She required detachment. You compelled her toward this. I offered 2 evenings weekly unbound. She opted to allocate them with Ethan. Laura endeavored shoving beyond me into the abode. I must converse with the offspring. Decidedly not. They're at Paul's residence currently. Arrange monitored access via your counsel. Monitored? They're my offspring, whom you forsake 2 evenings weekly to bed your paramour. Arbitrator may deem that noteworthy. Dorothy menaced summoning authorities. I presented her the documents from my counsel. Laura held no lawful entry to the grounds. Authorities, summoned, would favor me. They gathered Laura's items amid profanities. Laura attempted seizing certain of my father's implements from the carport, asserting communal assets. Emily, persistently filming, recorded that. Those belong to my sire, I stated evenly. Replace them? Compel me? Laura, you're filmed endeavoring to pilfer assets predating our union. Replace them. She hurled them downward. Grown up. As they departed, Ethan arrived in his Audi. The idiot truly came to assist relocation. Dorothy erupted. This is your choice over your kin. Even Dorothy perceived the decline. Follow-up 4, Tuesday forenoon. I received dissolution summons. Laura demanded equal shares of all. The abode, main guardianship, plus support payments. Her counsel evident. Inflated her aspirations. My counsel chuckled upon review. She's in delusion territory. Unfaithfulness, neglect of familial obligations, verified proof. She'll count blessings for routine access and support. But Laura persisted in drama. She began appearing at the Children's Academy, attempting unauthorized pickups. The Academy alerted me thrice. I filed for urgent guardianship directive. Then emerged the ultimate despair tactic. Laura alleged I concealed funds, claimed covert ledgers, and fiscal mistreatment. Her proof? The fresh profile I'd initiated fortnight prior with $1,800 for legal costs. My counsel summoned her monetary logs reciprocally, revealed she'd been diverting from our communal fund for months. Minor sums. $75 hither, $150 thither. Routed to an unfamiliar profile. She'd amassed nearly $9,000. For what? Initiating her fresh existence, per a note to Ethan. Ethan, concurrently, sought separation. His counsel messaged mine, proposing resolution for the marital interference claim if dropped. $18,000. I proposed $30,000. Agreed at $22,000. Upon Laura learning Ethan compensated me over defending their bond, she exploded. Appeared at his workplace. Incited disturbance. Guards removed her. He barred her contact that instant. Her Thursday paramour vanished. Once costs mounted, Laura attended tribunal in ivory attire. Who dons ivory to dissolution? The arbitrator observed. Unfavorable debut for her. Her counsel attempted, contending the Thursday setup constituted a consensual non-exclusive pact, and I'd ensnared her via detective. My counsel exhibited the primal dialogue where she solicited personal duration, not equitable exchange. Digital exchanges where she termed Ethan darling and noted Mike remains oblivious. Lodging bills. The detective's full dossier. Ethan's resolution draft. Confirmation of his fault admission. Proof of her monetary deceit. Logs displaying her expenditure of those Thursday and Friday evenings detached from offspring for 4 months. The arbitrator dismissed Laura's non-exclusive plea. Madam, did you ever overtly deliberate extramarital intimacies with your spouse? Heir, no, yet he stated inquiries barred. That constitutes not approval for betrayal, madam. Property allocation. Abode remain mine. Bequeathed assets. She received her vehicle, her retirement fund, and equal communal reserves, deducting the $9,000 she'd withdrawn. No support. Guardianship. I secured primary. She obtained alternate fortnights and Tuesday suppers. Arbitrator referenced the forsaking of parental roles for self-indulgence. Laura sobbed. Dorothy labeled me merciless. Rachel, who'd evidently aligned post-evidence review, instructed them both to cease. Follow-up 6, approximately 7 months post-Thursday revelation. Here's the resolution for all involved. Ethan relocated to a different region. His employer urged reassignment following the workplace incident with Laura. Latest intel, he's betrothed to a suitable, likely unwed individual. Laura resides in a modest 2-room flat, employed fully now versus the partial role during union. She's courting a fellow from a dating site. He's 32, shares lodging with companions and ferries passengers via rideshare. Significant step down from Ethan's Audi and loft. She messages me sporadically, typically post-spirits. Oscillates twixt pleading for reconciliation and deeming me humanity's nadir. I ignore. The offspring, 15M and 12F, discern the events despite shielding attempts. They're in counseling, progressing well. My son queried recently, Father, why selected mom Thursday evenings over family? Lacked a solid reply. Dorothy upholds I propelled Laura's betrayal via monotony. She's prohibited from my abode after attempting to inform offspring daddy mistreated mommy. Rachel formally atoned, stated she long harbored doubts on the Thursday setup but avoided entanglement. She encounters offspring routinely. Honors limits. Regarding me, I'm faring decently. Not superb, not dismal. Porch. Absent from plans. Distrust lingers. Yet the abode is serene. Offspring adapt. I enrolled in a curling group convening on, predictably, Thursday evenings. Learn via shared contact that Laura narrates to others I inflicted fiscal cruelty by vending her abode. The abode I acquired pre-encounter. The fantasy endures. She moreover anticipated Ethan to await her battle for their tie. Contrarily, he swiftly advanced to one not costing $22,000 and career shift. Ultimate follow-up, unforeseen turn. Recent week, Laura's fresh suitor contacted. Sought a cafe rendezvous. Defying wisdom, I attended. Revealed Laura wove an elaborate tale. In her recount, I was tyrannical, manipulative, and invented the liaison entirely. She the survivor scarcely fleeing peril. This unfortunate chap, Tyler, not the sharpest, genuinely credited her till spotting discrepancies, such as her alarm at his Thursday outing proposals, or her tears spotting Otis, or incidentally abandoning her mail open on his machine where he viewed dissolution notes citing betrayal. He sought the authentic narrative. I displayed the images. Retained duplicates, naturally. His expression was invaluable. She claimed you altered these digitally. Pal, I scarcely manage basic photo edits. He terminated that evening. She rang me ranting I'd undermined her joy prospect. Laura, I initiated no contact. He initiated. You orchestrated somehow. How orchestrate your suitor discovering your mails? Unclear, yet your culpability persists. The cognitive contortions rivaled elite athletics. Essence of Thursday evenings. Never detachment, liberty, or self-discovery. They signified devouring confectionery intact. She desired marital stability, abode, kin, plus liaison thrill. Compelled to select, she erred gravely and forfeited all. Offspring thrive more. My daughter excels in track. They encounter mom bi-weekly, though she frequently aborts for urgencies. Typically tied to her succession of suitors. One pondered if I lament engaging th. The detective. If direct confrontation post-Greg's lounge citing sufficed. No, the proof shielded me judicially. Absent it, she'd have seized half assets via fabrications. The Thursday protocol, it's a jest circulating friends. Hey Mike, require a Thursday solo? Affirmative, merely permit me to dial Victor first. Laura yet grasps not that decisions bear repercussions. She sought Thursday evenings inquiries free. She obtained precisely, plus Friday, Sunday, and alternate nights in her flat, solitary. Me, I'm imparting to offspring. When one reveals essence, trust it. When soliciting detachment, observe utilization. And when faulting you for their deed outcomes, recall that's their defect, not your lapse. Thursday evenings now host card games with mates. Inquiries barred, issue none. No spouse either, but frankly, that commences resembling liberation too.